All right, so this is not a hot take. This is just a legitimate question. I've always wondered why people prioritize, like they always say, at least from what I've heard, I'm pretty sure Paige Pierce.
It's going to help it lift properly off the string. You do not need the top knock set. That is absolutely optional.
I've heard Greg Poole say it on a lot of his older videos when he was giving advice on how to set things up. And he says the top knot, like when it comes down to soft knots, is way more important than the bottom knot if you had to pick one. And there's no need for two. Now, I can agree that there's no need for two. I still do two. That way, if ever I have to change out my soft knots, it's easy to find a reference point because I'm just tying on both ends. And then especially if I do a really solid tie-in, those things are never going to move. And as long as I get my serving nice and tight, then I'm good. But the reason why I always had an issue with that is because in my mind, if all of the point weight is up front, let's say it's in the bow, and let's say I'm shooting this way, obviously, we got the bow and the point weight weighing down the arrow. And the top is what's going to be the consistent, like opposite end of the lever end, because you have the pivot point, which is the arrow rest, and the arrow is constantly trying to go with gravity, which is pushing down, which then means the knock is going to be coming up. So in my mind, like if that's the consistent like line of push, now obviously hopefully your arrow's not doing that or you're getting some crazy flight, but if that's where the actual like push is happening against the string, like in my mind, that's the point that needs to be the most consistent. So if somebody can kind of give me a highlight or kind of some history on why they say the top knot is more important, that would be really, really good because obviously those are like top level people. One with Greg Poole just being around for forever, and Paige Pierce, obviously nobody's questioning her skill level. She is top notch, like high level. And so I'm just trying to understand why in the world do they say the top or the bottom knot is more important than the actual top knot? So, yeah, anyways, that's it for that one. Peace.